Hello, it is Miss Fitzgerald here to read you the next book in our plant unit. How do plants grow? Think about some things that you already know about plants that would help them grow or that plants need to grow before listening. So, how do plants grow? Here we have a text feature, friends, and text features are included in nonfiction books to help give us additional information and to also help us organize and be able to easily find the information. So this is called a table of contents. And a table of contents is an easy way for us to figure out exactly which page and what section that we would need to go to in order to learn the information that we were trying to find. So, for example, if I just wanted to learn about growing flowers, where could I go? Yeah, so I would go to the section called Growing Flowers, and I could just look at page 20, and then I could easily just scroll down until I get to page 20 and look at that section. So a table of contents is a great way to help readers easily find the information that they want to learn. Okay, how do plants grow? So this is a heading, and we know in this section, we're going to learn about how plants grow. So let's read. It says plants are living things. Most plants start as a seed. The seed grows shoots. The shoots grow into a young plant. When a plant has flowers, it can make seeds. The seeds can grow into another new plant. And we have labels and pictures here: seed, shoot, young plant, flowering plant. So this is the process that plants go through to grow. Looking at seeds. Inside a seed is the part that can grow into a new plant. This is called an embryo. There is food inside the seed to keep the embryo alive. It says a bean seed from a bean plant. And the label tells us this is the seed. On the outside of the seed is a kind of shell. It is called a seed coat. The seed coat keeps the embryo safe until it is time for it to grow. An eggshell is a bit like a seed coat. It keeps the baby animal safe until it is ready to be born. Starting to grow. The first thing to grow out of a seed is the root. The root grows out of the seed and down into the soil. Seed, root. Then a shoot starts to grow up from the seed. It grows up out of the soil. A shoot is the first stem of the new plant. There's the shoot. The shoot grows up out of the ground toward the light. Roots and water. Plants need water like all living things. A plant's roots take in water from the soil. They also take in nutrients that help the plant grow. Some roots grow long to find water deep in the ground. And I'm noticing that words like roots, soil, and nutrients are in bold. If a word is in bold, then that usually means that it's really important. Or a lot of times it also means that we can go somewhere else in our nonfiction text to learn more about it. So I'm going to pause here because it says they also take in nutrients that help plants grow. So I'm trying to think about what that word nutrients means, and I'm noticing it's in bold. Okay, so I'm wondering if this text is going to tell me a little bit more about nutrients in a different section of the text. So I'm going to see if this text has a glossary. So I'm going to go back to the table of contents. Oh, and look, glossary on page 31. So I'm going to go to page 31. And I'm going to read about exactly what nutrients are. So here's the glossary. The glossary tells us the definition of words. It says a nutrient is a substance that helps living things grow. Great. And I also see that there's other words. The other words that are in bold are in the glossary so that we can learn more about them. Okay, so let's go back. So I remember I left off at page 10. So now we're on this page 11. Roots grow lots of little root hairs. These hairs help the plant soak up water and nutrients. The water and nutrients move up the root into the stem. Root hair. Leaves and light. The stem above the ground gets bigger and grows taller. Leaves grow from the stem. They start off as leaf buds. It says leaves swell up and grow out of the leaf buds. Leaf, and there's a leaf bud. Plants need light to live and grow. Leaves are held up to the light by stems. Plants arrange their leaves so that they all get some sunlight. Leaves and food. Most living things eat the food they need. Plants make their own food in their leaves. Plants use air, water, and light to make food. The lines on this leaf are tubes. The tubes carry water to the leaves from the roots. Air is all around us. Leaves have little holes that take in air for the plant. These little holes are called stomata. Most stomata are tiny. This picture has been magnified, which means it's been kind of blown up by a microscope, stomata, so we can see closely. So they're actually really tiny, but they kind of zoomed in to make it look a little bit bigger so we could see. Making food. Plants use energy from sunlight to make their food. Leaves use this energy to turn water and air into sugary food for the plant. So they have a diagram here. So the light energy and the air goes to the leaves, and then food is made in the plant's leaves. And also we have the water down here going to our roots. Growing up. Plants use the sugary food to grow bigger. The food moves from the leaves to the rest of the plant. It moves through little tubes. As plants grow bigger, they grow more leaves. Tree stems grow very tall and big. They are called trunks. Trunks have to be strong to hold up the tree's heavy branches and many leaves. Growing flowers. Plants change as they grow. Many plants grow flowers in spring and summer when the weather is warm. Some plants grow lots of flowers, others only grow one. Different kinds of plants have flowers in different colors, shapes, and sizes. Plants make seeds inside their flowers. When the seeds are ready, they fall from the plant. These seeds may grow into new plants. So these are seeds. When do plants stop growing? All plants keep growing until they die. Some plants only live a few months. They die after they have made flowers and seeds. This plant is dying, but its seeds will grow into new plants next year. Some plants live for years. Many of these kinds of plants can grow flowers and make seeds every year. This tree is many years old and still grows flowers. Storing food. Many plants lose their leaves in winter. This means they cannot make new food. So they need to store food. Some plants store food in underground roots or bulbs. Bulbs can be planted like seeds ready to grow in spring. In spring, the plant uses the stored food to give it energy to start growing again. Soon the plant has stems and leaves above the ground. Now it can make food again. Bluebells grow in spring from little bulbs that have been underground all winter. Changing with the seasons. Many trees and large plants stop growing in fall and winter. Their leaves change color and drop off the plant. The plant rests through winter. Fall leaves can be yellow, orange, brown, or red. In spring and summer, it is warm and sunny. Many plants that have been resting start to grow again. New plants grow from seeds in the ground. These new leaves are opening in the sunlight and the tree is growing again. Try it yourself. Now it's a different section and it's trying to give us some information about how we could plant our own seeds. And it says get a sunflower seed and try growing your own sunflower. So you make a hole in the soil and put the seed in it. So it's giving us directions and steps. Number 2, cover the seed with more soil and then water it. It's giving us a reminder, remember to wash your hands after planting the seed. Put the planted seed near a window. Water the seed once a week. Sit back and watch your plant grow. So this is the same process that we're doing with our cilantro plants. So I can't wait to kind of see the process they go through. Amazing plants. Trees are the biggest plants in the world. Redwood trees like this one can grow as tall as a building that is 26 floors high. Wow, that's really tall. I'm glad they gave us that comparison there to help me put a picture in my mind as to how tall this tree actually is. Okay. And there's also another text feature here, friends, and it's called an index. And the way the index works is it tells us all the different pages where we can find this word at. So let's say I'm really trying to find some more information about soil and where the book or the text talks about soil. I can go to the word soil, and I see that they talked about soil on pages 8, 9, 10, and 28. So I can just zoom in and focus on those pages. Okay, and that is the end of this text. So what you're going to do next is in your packet, you should have a main idea worksheet. It should have page 23 at the bottom. Remember, the main idea or the main topic is what the text is mostly about. Think about what this book, going back to the cover, is mostly about. So remember, we can use the headings, we can use the illustrations, we can use the title to help us think about the main idea. And then we need 4 details. So 4 things that the text talked about to prove our main idea or to support our main idea. And once you finish your main idea on page 23, make sure you take a picture of that worksheet and send it to your teachers. Okay, have a great rest of your Monday.